BT's Manitoba Pork Moments is brought to you by Manitoba Pork. Locally grown, globally preferred.
Oh, we got a great moment for you now as Laurel Lyons from Manitoba Pork is about to finish off our delicious hearty Irish stew.
Yes.
Okay,
Great.
get us up to this point. We've browned the meat on the outside.
Yep, so we had some pork shoulder cut into cubes.
Yep.
Maybe we'll just note that they were all uniform size so that they're all cooking the same time.
Okay.
So that's really important if you're getting the butcher to do it or whether you're doing it yourself. You want them to be nice uniform pieces. So we browned the meat on all sides. We've added an onion chopped up, just rough, and 3 cloves of garlic.
Perfect.
Just a wee bit of garlic in there.
Just a wee bit, yes.
Okay, next
so
step.
now we are going to add some of our liquid. So we want to kind of deglaze the bottom of the pan. We've got some nice browning bits on the bottom from browning the meat and the onion in there. So we want to add some liquid and kind of scrape those up. Just to add the flavor, get the flavor back into the stew.
Yeah, there's so much stuck to the bottom of the pot that's good, tasting stuff. We want to get it back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right here, I've got 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. So those can go in. Yeah, beautiful. And then I've got a ½ cup of beef broth. So that can go in as well. You can smell that vinegar immediately. Beautiful. Okay. And then I've got the beer.
Yeah, I got it.
You're going to wreck your nails.
No, I got it.
So you can crack that and put it in. Now the recipe calls for a smaller can of beer, but this Kilkenny only comes in a larger can. So we're just gonna
pour it all?
We're just gonna put it in, yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So I've picked Kilkenny. It's a bit of a thicker, darker beer. So for this recipe you'd want, if you're a fan of Guinness, then most definitely use Guinness in this recipe.
Something with strong flavors.
Exactly, yeah. So something that's gonna add, some flavor to the recipe. And the beer is also going to tenderize the meat a little bit here too. So that is smelling wonderful.
So we're going to scrape the stuff off the bottom?
So we're scraping on the bottom. Yeah, we're getting up all the brown bits.
See, that's why they call it deglazing, because scraping the stuff off the bottom is really an untapped. That's really not,
exactly right. So we're going to use some technical terms here.
Deglaze the pan.
And then we can add our spices. So we've got a bay leaf, we've got a teaspoon of caraway seed, and then a teaspoon of dried thyme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and mix that up, and then we've got some baby potatoes, and we've just quartered them into some smaller pieces.
Nice.
So those can go in. Beautiful. And there's about eight small potatoes in there.
Okay.
And then I've got a cup of leek, so just sliced up nice and thin.
Yep.
And that's 4 carrots. So it's quite a bit of carrots.
That is quite a bit.
Yep.
And lots of moisture going in, as we said. The shoulder is going to be maybe need a little more tenderizing.
That's right, yeah. So we've got lots of liquid in there, and after we add the potatoes and the leeks and the carrots, it's looking like a nice thick stew.
Yep.
So again, yeah, all that little bit of extra beer is probably going to help.
How long is it going to sit on the stove once we get the lid on?
So we're going to bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to let it simmer for about an hour to an hour and a quarter.
And done.
And then done. Yeah, so that's going to allow the flavors to develop, and then the meat to get a little bit nice and tender.
Pop it in the fridge for leftovers, take it for lunches, super easy.
Yep, super easy, yeah.
And this is just a question, but when you cook with alcohol or beer, it is of course safe for the children because all the alcohol cooks off.
Yes,
right?
exactly,
So
yes.
kids can,
absolutely.
family-friendly recipe, you can still eat it.
Yeah, 100%. It just, the beer is there to add that little bit of flavor, even that little bit of color, because we did use a more of an amber cream ale.
Yep.
And the alcohol does evaporate off.
So no worries there. You'll find all the links and all the information on breakfasttelevision.ca. Might be the perfect day for something like this. Let's check weather conditions. Here's Jenna.